What's criminally overpriced to you? Funerals. Just melt me in a bucket of acid, and fling me at my enemies. We should be friends, for obvious reasons. Printer ink. I worked at Dell 10 years, or so, ago. We would give printers away with every computer. They made a fortune from selling the ink. They explained to us that ink was black gold and something like $32,000 used per gallon at the time. Like 6 or 8 years ago I remember my dad got a computer, it came with a printer for 20 extra bucks, now I can see why. Buy a laser printer from brother if you want to avoid paying the tax over time. Most lower price models are black and white, use a toner cartridge instead of ink, which doesn't dry out, and are extremely reliable machines. Sometimes you'll have to replace the carriage mechanism with the corona wire in it, because people will put 4 to 5 toner cartridges in it without cleaning replacing it, but even that is sub $100 for OEM usually, and keeps it going for a few years. My brother laser printer just keeps going. I bought it sometime between 2004 and 2006. Just a small black and white laser printer that has an Ethernet port. Probably still really similar to the $100 to $120 model they sell today. Dead simple, hard to duck up. No scanner either, so less points for failure. Any form of dental work. Why is it so much and not covered by dental insurance? I'm talking about you implants. Also, it's a scam that dental and vision are separate from health insurance. Like, oh, you wanted to be able to see? That's a luxury you'll have to pay extra for. Canadian here. It's definitely cost of mobile internet plans. They're ridiculously overpriced and it makes me cry to see prices elsewhere. Edit, thank you for all the awards. I read somewhere the average GB of data was $15.50 in Canada, and 9 cents in India. Ducking therapy. Man, a decent therapist is hella expensive. A decent therapist is hella expensive and shitty therapists can be just as expensive. You'll never really know until you try them. $200 bucks to get. Have you tried meditation? Talked to one about how depressed I was because I haven't had much luck on dating sites. He recommended I try J-Date, being Jewish and all. College textbooks, they can cost hundreds of dollars, and professors will publish new ones all the time to force students to get the newest version instead of reusing an older one. T83T graphing calculators. Why the duck does this 30 years old technology price keeps going up? Robbing museums gets expensive. It belongs in a museum. So do you. Insulin. Diabetic noises. Not unless they get their insulin. Concessions at sporting events in the US. Our taxes pay for the stadiums. Then the public has to buy tickets to get in. Then when we finally get inside, they are gonna charge $14 for a $3 beer. Dying. It's so expensive to get out of the system. It's easier the second time around. First time, huh? My EpiPen, kinda can't really afford to keep getting them. I'll be screwed if I get stung up and am a landscaper. Edit, thanks everyone for the info on how to find them for much cheaper. Very much appreciated. A lot of great info here, smile. There is a way around. If you get a doc to prescribe the vial and needle, it's under $10 I believe. This, 1,000 times this. I have 4 kids, each needed pens for school, and they couldn't share of course, and pens only came in sets of 2. So a single $35 pen turned into $3,200 because pens were $400 each, and each had to be bought in pairs, and I had to have a specific prescription for each kid. Ducking stupid. Got the doctor to prescribe a vial of epi and a filter needle, glass vials need filter needles, and the single script cost about $16. Gave to the school nurse. Done. Oh, and the vial didn't expire in 1 year. FYI, a reason you need new EpiPens each year is because a prescription written by a doc is only good for up to a year. The expiration date on the medication itself might be 2 or more years in the future, but the RX itself expires after a year. I'm currently working as school nurse and have handed some meds back to parents that I am not allowed to give but are perfectly fine for home use. Yay, The best part of this arrangement was that the prescription was for Epi to use, not tied to the specific vial. So the vial was shared between all the kids, with each kid having a separate prescription. It got us through the last 2 years of needing it on hand. The company that is jacking up prices and preventing alternatives needs to be brought up on federal racketeering charges. All 4 kids needed EpiPens, that nuts. But it's awesome that you have an understanding doctor to help you out with that. Ducking salads. Man, it's so frustrating. Sometimes I just want something light and it costs me more than 6 hamburgers. Caesar salad $13, pennies worth of lettuce and dressing. Croutons? $1 extra. Chicken? $3 extra. I've seen $17, with tax, chicken Caesar salads at super mid-range places. I know everybody is going to give better answers, but for the life of me, I cannot without why suitcases are so expensive. They're just plastic shells, a zip and some wheels, yet they sell for hundreds. My guess, part of the logic, from the company POV, might come from the fact that they are an infrequent purchase, and for being so infrequent for the majority of people, they only get a couple repeat purchases from each customer in the customer's lifetime. Edit to add, also, demographics-wise, if people are buying luggage, that means they likely have some disposable income for travel and can afford a bag for the lifestyle too. Also, utility versus accessory. You can charge a premium on something you label an accessory. Whereas my large sturdy luggage cost me $35 has lasted 3 years of semi-regular use. It is ugly, but I don't care, I don't wear my luggage on dates. Medications needed to live, insulin, EpiPens etc. Good Lord, yes for EpiPens. It's suggested to have 2 on you at all times and they need them at school and or after school care. Then they expire every year. Unless we hit our deductible, we're shelling out hundreds a year for something we have, thankfully, never needed to use. Housing. I swear so many modern problems are because of the cost of housing. Wait until the next one's hit, food is ramping up and the commodification of water is next. We're getting squeezed more and more every year, and it's all starting to get to the point where I think we're going to read more and more about people losing their shit. Deaths of despair have been surging. My husband needs rituximab infusions due to a rare kidney disease. They are $16,000 each. That's $16,000 per 4-hour infusion. And they aren't covered by our insurance. Health insurance. Medical and dental schools. I know some doctors that were only 15 grand in debt a few generations back, but now you can easily get past $150,000 edit. Don't forget veterinary school. Edit number 2, damn, I can't believe I struck a chord with so many people. Now that I have all of your attention, I just want to say good luck to all you, friends and family included. I hope that y'all can pay your debt and put it behind you. Lastly, to all the medical, veterinary, chiropractic, dental, pharmacology, law, art, and any other schools that charge a ridiculous amount of money. Y'all can kiss it. My husband is $430,000 in the hole after med school. His residency and fellowship are 6 years total, so that's 6 years of accrued interest before we can make any real payments on the debt. Genuinely grateful to COVID for saving us a few years of crazy interest. It's kind of wild. Make sure he gets on income-driven repayment. Payments during residency fellowship count towards public service loan forgiveness. I'll be forgiven over $300,000 next year once I'm done with the 10 years of payments. Concert tickets. Ridiculous these days. The scalping bots snatch up all the tickets and it should be illegal. I refuse to pay for most concerts unless it is a once-in-a-lifetime chance and they are in my top 5 band. Prescription glasses. I use Zenni for my glasses. Just got a pair for $11, it's bare minimum though. My favorite pair that is going on 1.5 years cost me $30. Takes a while for shipping, but you can get glasses super cheap. My eye doctor wanted to charge almost $600 each for 2 pair of glasses, one for computer work, and the other for everything else. I paid for the latter, and bought 2 pair of the multifocal computer glasses from Zenni for $50 each. I got browbeat by the guy who works at my eye doctor's when I asked him to measure my PD. He practically said I was taking food off his kid's plate by getting glasses online. No mention of the food I could afford by getting 3 pairs of glasses for $300 instead of 2 pairs for $600. My optometrist flat out refused to unless I bought glasses. Glasses came with a free return policy. Bought glasses, had him give me my PD on paper. Then returned glasses upon delivery. If they complain that I'm taking food off their table, I would clap back that they are taking food off of yours. It's not my fault that their industry is borderline predatory and that the internet is fighting back by selling directly to consumers. Yes, I know it's all because of Luxottica, but optometrists and glasses retailers are part of the system. Sounds like the market is correcting itself.